It would be nice to know कि गासे समझाओ से सुकर से will be sit back and take in a lot to learn. It's a discussion. So
it's open forum. So
okay. So sit back and participate wherever you can, and we get to learn so much more. So Sarvane, गासे समझाओ से सुख. ॐ सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समाप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रिये वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावा करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Sarvane Jai Shri Krishna and a very warm welcome on a Sunday afternoon. We pray that God bless each and every one of us who've joined today's Bhakti Lila Sangh and RPM family members. We are so grateful. So we thank God for giving us. We have to show our gratitude for blessing us with all the things we have, like a family, love, food, roof over our head, clothes to wear. So thank you, God, for giving us all our basic necessities. So we are very blessed, but we at the same time, we pray for all those who are going through difficult times. God, please take care of them and protect them. Sarvani Raksha Karo, Raksha Karo, Raksha Karo. And we say a special thank you to Bhakti Lila Sangh for giving up their precious time to come to this special event that they are going to discuss on the Vedic terms and talking about this circle of life and death. So please be ready to get enlightened, I would say. So thank you very much. And God bless you all. And we pray that God give you strength to carry on with such an amazing work that each and every one of you are doing. So Bhakti Lila Sangh, thank you very much for yet again giving your service to RPM family. And God bless you all. And RPM family members, thank you all for your support. Love you all. Jai Shri Krishna. Over to Paresh.
Okay. I just want to just add just slight correction there. It's the circle of life and death, but we add the rebirth to that as well, because that's very, very important to this discussion. Because as life goes on, from the day we are born to the day we die, we are waiting for that moment, which is unknown to us as a human. So the world is so vast that we forget what life is really about, how we live life, what should we think about during our life. We had this very slight discussion before you all joined when we were doing pre-bingo and all that, about the wisdom that Indumami recited some of the wonderful parts of the Bhagavad Gita, which talks about the yuga, the different yuga that happen, where Bhagwan has this has to come on Earth to kind of help the human being to survive to the next yuga, which is going to, so constantly when he gets to a stage where he has to be called upon to kind of take us to the next birth in the of Earth as as we know it. So wonderful discussion today. So I'm not going to say too much because this is kind of an open forum. So please don't be scared to ask the question, because no question is a stupid question. Because you may think, oh, I've got this question. Ask it, because you never know. Because uh, you may make us also think about your question. So it's very, very, very much an open discussion today. So again, thanks to Bhakti Lila Group. You guys are just amazing. The connection that we've already made within this short time, it's so exciting, of the kind of things that we can possibly think of doing over the next years as we kind of collaborate the two organizations together. So I speak a lot, so you'll have to stop me from speaking. Paresh, just get on with it like Bar does. So Chitty, over to you. Another one who loves talking, who loves buck buck. So over to Chitty. Well,
Hari
you're unmuted.
Hari Om. Yes, I don't know if we're all doomed because Paresh Shankla and I, exactly, we're both Buck Buck Anans here, but it's a Buck Buck event, okay? So all Buck Buck is welcome. Very exciting. Thank you, Rohini Auntie, for these very grounding prayers to support us in leaving everything that's going in our life at the door. Leave our Maya at the door, ego at the door. Let's be very present as students. Thank you to the RPM community for creating a classroom experience. I'm here as a student. We're all here as students. We're all here as teachers. Okay, because what we share, we learn from each other, we grow from each other. The little bits of gnan I offer are from my teachers, right? Dadaji, Guruji, my attraction to learning the Gita and the Vedas from a young age. So, and as this first Chai and Buck Buck, we've sort of chosen quite a big topic, but a very relevant topic, right? In the satsangs that I offer to energies around the world, there is a very common thread of death. And so it's a very tremendous topic. And the way that we've structured this program is that I'll be speaking for just a few minutes. So it's going to be a very mini satsang. And I'll be offering some prompts and reflections. And then we're going to open it up. We're going to first invite the Bhakti Lila Sangha group here, and each of them will share a little bit of what they've prepared around the cycle of birth and death. Okay, so everyone is sharing their beliefs, what they feel, what made this topic has inspired in them. And then we would love to open up the floor as well to everyone present to offer, if they wish to choose, of course it's optional, but to share and offer your voice to this dialogue. This is the way we learn, is with more voices, right? That offers perspective. And then throughout the experience with questions, I'll be happy to offer, through my understanding. And Parishankal is here as well. There's many others here, right? Dedi is here. Dedi has vast knowledge as well. I'm sure many others do, right? So whoever, just like Parishankal said, this is informal, this is playful. Okay, so I would love to start. As you see, I'll also be writing some notes and things here as we go along. So the cycle of birth and death. And this is known as samsara, right? Maybe some of you have heard this word. And so if there is a cycle of birth and death, which would then involve rebirth, right? So now we're talking about reincarnation. Okay, so that's also a bit of a topic today, right? So that would be included in this today. So what do the scriptures say about samsara? What do the scriptures say about reincarnation? Right? Why would there be more than one birth? Right? If we actually just stop and think, why is there more than one birth? Why is the soul born? Perhaps, potentially, why is the soul? Because I know maybe not everyone may not resonate with the philosophy of reincarnation, right? So at a very young age, I asked Dadaji these exact questions. Why do we have more than one birth? Okay, so these are very common questions, and this is how we start to become curious. Okay, curiosity is a very important quality on the spiritual path. Okay, because here in our worldly world, we're bombarded with knowledge, right? Through YouTube, through Instagram, through Facebook, through TV, through Netflix. However, it's very rare that we are bombarded with Vedic knowledge, right? What we are bombarded with through the world is all kinds of other vibrations of the worldly world, of the material world. So what a tremendous, beautiful place this is that we've created thanks to the RPM community to provide a classroom setting where we can learn about the knowledge that actually has a chance to bring us more peace and happiness within ourselves, a chance to purify karma, a chance to transcend Maya, right? So this is, in fact, my Dadaji would say the only knowledge to know is Vedanta. There's no other knowledge to learn. Or what other knowledge is there to learn, right? So it's great to learn all these other things, but what does it matter if you're not learning the original truth of Sanatan Dharma? Okay, so here we are to learn, to explore what is the truth. And so if there is more than one birth, okay, so now if we accept, okay, chalo, ek janam, bijo janam aase, bijo janam aase. So if there is more than one birth, then what is death, right? Meaning what, the end of the body, what is death then? And then why, if we accept that, okay, well, I'm just going to come back again in another costume maybe, why is there fear around death, right? Why is there fear around death? And if we have belief in Bhagwan, right, if we have belief in Shraddha, then why is there fear? Okay, so these are the things. And now, just for our first little interactive moment here, and we can just pull out the chat here. Okay, the chat is open, and just type in the chat now, anything you can think of. So what are some examples of why we fear death? Okay, so, and we'll just quickly jot some down here. Okay, so let's say, we're gonna put a big F here for fear. Okay, what are some of the reasons that we fear death? Why do we have a fear of death? What could be a reason that we fear death? And this isn't, we don't have to overthink it. Okay, the answers are just very, why are people scared of death?
So we have Janine says attachment. Then physical pain, Michelle.
Okay, great. So we have some answers coming in here. So we have a very powerful answer right off the bat, okay, which is attachment. Okay, we're scared to die.
Hema comes up with love. Kabir comes up with fear of uncertainty. These are all very relevant. These are fantastic.
Great answers.
Fear of unknown. Yeah.
Yes, great answers, right? So these are exactly the reasons that we don't realize. See, we think, oh yeah, but, I'm not scared of death. But then when we think about it, we are, because we have attachments, right? One of the big reasons why then we have to say bye to everyone we love. We have to say bye to this life that, we have such sweetness and memories of. We say bye to, all our possessions, all the things we've accumulated, right? We got to leave them behind. Okay, so, right, there's also the pain of death. Mane bo suffering आवसे कि ungma mari jais कि केवी रीतना, the thought of how will I die. There's a lot of thoughts around this. Will I die in a hospital alone? Right? The people will come in satsang and sit with me, Chitti, I have these fears that I'm going to die alone, that nobody will be with me. Right? So we have fears, okay, the uncertainty of how I will die, what the pain will be like when I die, who will be around me when I die, will I be alone when I die, right? So these are the answers. Okay, the pain, the pain, and I know that, and pardon me, by the way, if I missed some answers, but thank you everyone for participating and for just joining in the dialogue, right? So now, what is the power of bhakti and Vedant? What is the power? The power is that through the gnan, through what we're doing today, through the practices, okay, is this F of fear. What does this change to? What can we evolve our fear to? It's another F, and I know somebody's gonna know it.
K comes up with faith.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all on the ball. They're all on the ball. Faith, of course, faith.
Exactly. Okay, so this is
Bhakti.
the journey from fear to faith. Okay, that's the journey we're on. We're on a journey from fear to faith, from bhiti, dharmanu, to shraddha, to sharanam. Okay, so either it's this or this. Bhagwan gave us a choice. You can choose. You have a choice. You have a free will. Do you want to be scared? Or do you want to have faith? Or do you want to believe in me? Do you want to be happy? Yes, everyone's going to die. And you're going to die again and again and again. But not you, the body, the mind, right? That's the only thing that dies, because that, right, Gita says that you're never born. Well, if I'm never born and I never die, then why is there a cycle of birth and death? Okay, so this is the journey of fear to faith. So today, as we open up this conversation here in a moment, that's our aim, okay? And the way that we let go of fear is to talk about it. This is why people show up in Satsang Vichiti, just simply for me to listen. They just talk, share their fears, their anxieties, and it helps you. It helps you to just talk about it, to just let it go, right? So we're all here to accept you, to listen. And so this is the power of bhakti, okay? So lastly here, before we, and what I teach in Bhakti Lila Sangha is now, so this is all well and good, but how do we get to faith? How do we get from fear to faith? How is that, right? How does that happen? Okay, so here, through who can fill in, who can give some examples?
I think even before the thought of it, Meenakshi Ben says sadhana, then
Yes.
chanting, Michelle sadhana, Kabir seva, satsang, Jenny comes up with satsang, sung, scriptures, silence, scriptures, caring, sports.
So, wow.
That's a really interesting one. Sports. I like that. Sangit, space, Holy Spirit, Santi. Very
So,
interesting. Very interesting.
so this is what
Meditation. Now we're really hitting the point.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm just.
Could be living in oneness. Yes. Yes. Michelle, I'd like to understand. I'm going to take a little diverse direction, change the direction a little bit. Tell me what your thoughts around sports, how that comes into it,
Oh, okay.
Michelle.
Yes. So yeah, I feel like when we're playing sports, like the mind is not really too active because we're very present in the moment. So it feels like a meditative experience in a way. So this is what I feel, yeah, and what I've learned.
Brilliant.
What everyone is shouting out is the transcendental S's. See, I have a board certified medical degree, which may be a shock because I don't work in a hospital. But what I do prescribe is not pharmaceutical medications. I prescribe 7 S's. And those are seva, sadhana, satsang, scripture, sangha, silence, and sports, because these are the S's that have purified my mind and all the Maya to this level of presence and buddhi and vivek and shakti and shanti, and so this is why Michelle said sports there, and why there's all these S's, because this is what we learn, right? Is this is the missing piece. Okay, Gnan ma prebadane khabar che. Okay, we all know a lot of the Gnan, but where we're a bit weaker, right, is with the actual efforts of how do we integrate what we know into the faith, the Shraddha, the Sharanam. That's an energetic shift. That's not something you can just think about. So,
Jenny, did you raise your hand? Did you want to come in? You did mention here about remembering oneness.
I I just wanted to add to the sports bit that my personal experience, every time I act from my body, my mind is less loud. So this is like a pathway from the mind to the body to something greater.
Oh, perfect.
and another point about sports also, right, is when we play sports, who do we become? We become children, right? So this is we're too serious, we're too heavy, we're as adults, we're too jaded, we're not in Anand, right? So a sign of a spiritual purification is we become more childlike, we become more playful. So sports connects us to our playfulness. Okay, so sports, and I have a long story that not for today, but how much sports has supported me in where I am today. I play hours of pickleball every week. And so there's a lot there with each of these S's. And so when you join our Bhakti Lila Zooms, we go into deeper details into all of this. Okay, so yeah.
All of these have one thing in common. There are fundamental essence of all of these come under one category. And we do this with unconsciously. We do this thing that we're going to talk about, have later on, and experience as well later on under all these banners. Does anyone kind of have a clue that what I may be talking gibberish to Eddie? There you go. Jenny knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes, and actually the S that Parashankal will be guiding us through at the end is the S for Samadhi, right? A beautiful dhyan at the end. So now this concludes the sort of mini pre-satsang, just to keep it light and bright, because the point of today is to invoke discussion. So I would like to now invite first the Bhakti Lila members one by one. I know some of you have to leave early, so we're just gonna go in a bit of an order here. And here the Bhakti Lila group is gonna share a couple of minutes of something they've prepared around the cycle of birth and death, and then we'd love to hear, of course, from everyone that's present and whoever would like to share. So who from Bhakti Lila?
I ask you can do, designate whoever is what the order is.
Okay, yeah, Arsha, if you want to do the spotlighting, great. Okay, perfect. So, Jean, why don't Jean, I can see your name a lot here in the chat. We're very impressed. Jean from Germany, a beautiful, beautiful energy as part of our Seva team, part of our Bhakti Lila Sangha. And she is here with us to share her views on the cycle of birth and death.
Hari Om, everyone. It's so beautiful to be in this playful yet profound, somewhat already meditative space with each and every one of you. So thank you so much for inviting us and having us. And I feel like sharing, when I started to reflect on today's topic, I noticed that whenever tension, uncertainty, overthinking, my mind runs the show and rules, I hold my breath. So this got me thinking, how do I practice moving from fear to faith, sort of remembering, returning to sadhana, seva, satsang in my day-to-day life. And I remembered that it's through my breathing. That every time fear kicks in, or I'm triggered by something, I hold my breath. Or I notice that my breathing becomes very, I can't breathe, I'm scared, I don't know what to do, I freeze. And when I manage, which is like 5% of the time, getting there, to remember to breathe, to be more present, to breathe in deeply, and focus on the inhale and the pause and the exhale and the pause afterwards, I feel more peace. And this reminded me of the transient nature of each and every single breath. How many times per day am I breathing? How many times per day is Bhagwan reminding me that it's all a wave, coming and going? It's a transition. It's a beautiful gift every single new day, every single new breath. Like, what does the little baby, once it's born into the world, out of the mother's womb, what's the first thing the child does? Scream for air, like breathe in. This first loud, here I am, breath that the baby takes. And all the way through this life, however long it might be, in this birth, to the last breath that we take, it's a beautiful blessing. It's a journey. And it's my practice to remind myself of that every time I catch myself holding my breath, which is very, very often. So that's what I felt like sharing around this. Thank you for listening.
One little question to you, Jean. Holding your breath, good or bad?
Sorry, can you say that again?
Holding your breath, good or bad?
Excellent question. I'm an economist. I'm going to say it depends. It depends on the circumstances.
The value it brings. The value it brings. Okay, we'll touch on that. I can touch on that if you want me to, but we can touch on it later. But it's very, very important why we hold our breath.
Yeah.
It's very, very. We don't do it enough of it, but there's a beneficial side of it, which I'll explain later.
Beautiful. Thank you indeed, Sean, for emphasizing the power of breath. There's so much around breath, right? Prana. And here the summary of this is that when we recognize, right, that the breath connects us to this life, instead of fearing when will be our last breath, we're present for each breath. We're grateful for each breath. We live in Anand in each breath. So thank you for what an inspiring message to begin with. And now we will go from Germany to Australia, where Michelle is awake at goodness 1, 2 in the morning right now to be with us.
Incredible.
And her bhakti is so pure that she's working full time. She's doing all the things, and the amount of devotion and time that she finds for the vision and on the Seva team is just beyond my understanding. Michelle, thank you.
There's only one thing I could do is this.
Yeah, exactly. We can just bow down, okay? And bow to you, Michelle.
Commitment.
Welcome, Michelle, from what I guess it's almost Brahma Muhurat there, but what wise wisdom have you brought today around the cycle of birth and death, Michelle? Hari Om. You're on mute, Michelle. Oh, is she frozen actually? Did Michelle lose?
I think she's
Okay,
frozen.
let's go to someone else then. Okay, so we'll come back to, let's go to Hanuman, Arsh.
We'll have to do the rebirth.
Yeah, just let me know when, I guess she seems frozen here. Maybe she'll join, I'm sure. Arsh, do you have?
Yeah, she seems frozen to me as well.
Oh, she's just coming back in.
Yeah.
That's okay. Just go ahead. We'll go to Michelle next. Yeah.
Okay. Hurry up, everyone. First off, it is so awesome to be at this first chai and butt butt. I have my drink for once. So it's just awesome to all be here and just talk about something that is so relevant to everyone's life. And this is something that is very relevant to my life right now because my Dadi is in her mid to late 90s. And she's at that point where the sickness is really kind of taking over her. And she's in these later stages where it's really coming to an end. And in so many families, death is viewed in so many ways, right? For some people, it's they can really see the celebration that this is the time for the soul to transition. And others, you see it as a really sad thing. And you kind of see how in every culture and every person it is handled so differently. And in my family, we are so like a family that does like puja every morning. We do all of these things every morning. But when it comes to times of like death, you really see the sadness in everyone take over, which of course makes sense. Death can be such a sad thing if it's looked at that way. But I view it in the sense of this is like my Dabi is like this is a time for her soul to really move on to something happier. Like in the sense of her life from a physical standpoint is not what it used to be. She's not able to really be herself anymore just because of the body's is reaching that point. And so I really have through the seven S's of the Chitti's taught, like that's really shaped my life very substantially because when I was younger and my nanny had passed away, it really was that overwhelming sadness in me. Because I saw the body as when the body died, that everything is over. And that perspective of like just once this body dies, that there is a next chapter for that, whether it depends on where the karma is, where the soul is ready for, but that perspective of that there is something more. And that perspective has given me so much shanti and almost like a joy in that sense where I don't view something as super sad of this is the end. I view it as this is the new beginning. So this is really kind of where my life is really shaped in that way where I can see that older perspective as I've learned so much. Um, but yeah, it's just very relevant to me right now as well. So this is just a very beautiful topic.
Thank you, Hanuman Arsh. Parishal, we can't hear you.
And so I was just batting some
Oh, I thought you were
air
speaking.
away. No, I was just about to say Michelle is back, so we
Yeah,
want to go
we
to
see
Michelle.
Michelle here. We'll go to Michelle next. I just shared a bunch of it, but Arsh, thank you so much for being here during. I know right now there's it's going on right now with Daddy in the hospital, and
Yeah,
I can
Arsha, I
understand.
just want to say that is just the perfect way to think, how you put it, and then we'll kind of elaborate more on that as well.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Arsh. Our prayers are with you and your family right now. And what a powerful perspective you're offering. It's very inspiring, especially you're the younger generations. What a powerful, way you can inspire lightness of death to the ones around you, especially during this time. So that's really great. Michelle, we shared a ton of hype for you being up at 2 in the morning, whatever time it is. Then you weren't here, but here you are. So it's your turn now to share about the cycle of birth and death.
Hariom, everyone. I would like to share today about a very sensitive experience that I had when I was 13 years old. My grandma had suddenly passed, and it came as a shock to me. And I was very much attached to her. She basically nurtured me and brought me up, very close to me. And for the longest, I was not able to accept death of my grandma. And yeah, so I was almost for 10 years, I was not able to accept this, and I was really angry at the world. And I went into a very different kind of a direction in my journey where yeah, I was quite away from bhakti at that point. And 10 years later, I think, when I was 23, I met Chitti. And that's when, during our early satsangs, she introduced me to this book called What is Karma? And that is where I learned a lot of things about a different perspective on birth and death, on karma, on reincarnation. And yeah, it helped me with many other aspects of my life, but most important, it really helped me to be able to find acceptance around the transition, the death of a very near and dear person in my life. And yeah, so when I witnessed, Chitti, how she navigated her mummy's transition, it was completely different than how I did it or than how I saw many others. And, that is the power of bhakti, the power of shraddha, and the power of everything that Chitti teaches. She really embodies it. So, yeah, this is what I want to share today.
Hari Om Michelle, thank you for such a sensitive and vulnerable share. Through your sharing, so many of us are feeling our own experiences with loss, right? And hearing how you found so much peace through the teachings, through the scripture, through the learning about karma, learning about reincarnation. The Gnan soothed you, right? And then all your sadhanas over the years, all your seva, right? So the peace has been replaced with the fear, right? The faith. So thank you for being a testimony, a testament to the journey of bhakti, and for really being that at 2 a.m. from Australia. So wow.
Both Ash and also Michelle have just brought up things that currently there are families that we know are going through the exact situation that you both just described. So for you, it was with Ash, it's current. With you, it was in the past. But those kind of feelings people are going through right this moment. So it's wonderful that you're able to share this with them, because now they will know that they're in this situation, how to deal with it, which is very, very, that's what we're trying to get out of today. So thank you.
Beautiful. Very well said, exactly. This is so purposeful and very valuable to all of us. And now we would love to receive the purposeful, intentional stream of consciousness from Punjab, which is, of course, Kabir. Welcome, Kabir, which very familiar face here at RPM Sangha by now, I'm sure. So we're so grateful to have you here, Kabir. Hari Om.
Hari Om, Jai Shri Krishna to RPM family and Bhakti Lila Sangha. I actually am talking from a hotel room. I got invited to spend some time with some relatives who have come from London to stay in Punjab. So it's a bit of an unconventional setting, but my green screen is not working as a result. But I'm going to go ahead with this wonderful montage behind me. So I actually was going to speak about the Sikh rituals to do with the kind of cycle of birth and death, but I had a change of heart and I wanted to go more towards what's really deeply felt in my heart, which is my connection with the yogic sciences understanding of the cycle of birth and death and how karma also plays a part in this. So in my kind of recent years, I've delved into sort of the yogic understanding of how human life goes from one body to another. And the way it's explained is that in the science of yoga, the human system is seen as 5 layers or 5 sheaths. So you may have heard of these. So it starts off with the Annamaya Kosha, which is the food body, which is our physical body. Anna means food. So this heap of soil, which comes in the form of a human body, is what we're carrying. So we actually have to put this body back atom by atom at the time of death. We can't take anything with us. It all gets returned back to Mother Earth. So we may think all kind of grand ideas that, oh, my family will miss me, my friends will miss me. That's true. But in terms of the existential reality, Mother Earth just sees this as a recycling business. It's just life returning back to the source of where it comes from, the origin, which is the earth. We 60 kilograms, 70 kilograms, 100 kilograms, it's a heap of food that's been collected over years and years with genetic material of our parents and bacteria, which is from the earth. So this is a big misconception that I used to have, and we all have still in many ways, because we have a certain mental attachment to what we think we are. We think we're separate from this phenomena of life that's taking place as a natural process of Mother Earth recycling itself. So we have the food body. We also have the Manamaya kosha, which is the mental body. That's the subtler layer, the second most subtler layer. Then what houses the body and mind? You need energy, right? If you're sitting in a room, you have a light, but there's no use of having a wiring and a light bulb if there's no electric energy, if there's no voltage. So the pranamaya kosha is the energy body, which houses the body and the mind. Without that, there is no activity in our body and mind. So these three layers are seen as the physical layers of human existence. As you go more subtler and subtler, the fourth layer is the Vijnanamaya kosha, which is the etheric body or the astral body. So that might not mean much for most of us who have not experienced subtler dimensions of consciousness or opened our third eye or experienced another realm. But if you read Yogananda's autobiography or certain accounts of very advanced yogis, like Paramahansa Vishwananda, who's got Bhakti Marga, his foundation, he's very popular as well. He's a Bhakti master yogi. He has actually traveled to different astral realms in this current incarnation of his human life. So what happens is at the point of when death is imminent and the life energy is leaving the body, unconsciously for a lot of us, we go into these other spheres of existence, other realms, based on tendencies, based on maybe spiritual gifts. But a lot of it is unconscious because we've not taken enough mastery over our system to handle that process consciously. And this concept of heaven and hell in yoga is very different. It's not seen as a geographical location. It's seen as a inner experience. Because when death happens in yoga, they say you lose the discretion of your intellect. So there is no ability to discern what's happening. So that's why they say, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, think of me at the time of death. Gives you the best chance to get out of this cycle because you're thinking of something very divine to pull you off this force of gravity that's keeping you hooked in the limited consciousness of a body-mind experience. So if you actually look at it from the perspective that you lose your intellect and you lose the ability to think about what you want to think with your mind, is very important at that time. You're thinking positive thoughts, thinking about God, thinking about your guru, because if you're thinking unpleasant things, it multiplies manyfold. They say in yoga, it can happen a million times more, the sensations you're experiencing, whether it's pleasant or unpleasant. So just to summarize here, these are the kind of things I wanted to share. I know there's going to be a series of these things. I don't want to go too deep too early on, but these are the kind of things which we could think about. We're trying to support a loved one who's coming towards the end of their life. I hear a lot of the aunties in my Punjabi community, they're very negative. Oh, this doesn't work, that doesn't work anymore in the body. I'm going to be, death's coming, what's going to happen? Don't think like this. You're not giving yourself much chance for something beyond to attract you. Whatever the next phase of life is, you want to give yourself the best chance. So you need to put out the energy out there to attract the energy. God cannot help you if we don't help ourselves, right? So these are the kind of tidbits I want to share, and this is kind of maybe an ongoing saga that we can explore in coming gatherings.
Wow, what an insight. I'm really already started to look forward to the next one, because you speak so much from the dialect, from the actual writings, because it's such a wealth of detail that you have within just the short time you spoke, and my mind just went wow, bang. My intellect level just went to a different stage, and I thought, this is a conversation I need to have with someone who can intellect at that level. Absolutely brilliant, loved it. You made me think of a simple thing, like which we'll discuss later, about building a tower with Lego bricks. and how you can perfect that every time you build it, how to make it better and better. And we'll talk about how that relates to life and death. So fantastic subject. Love it. Loved it.
Absolutely incredible, Kabir. Here we have, this is why I introduced him as the Kabir stream of consciousness, right? A very, our Bhakti Sangha specialist in yogic science is very well versed in the Gnan. And this is, by the way, what we do in our Sanghas, right? We speak at this at more depth, as Kabir gave a little bit of a taste of that, right? And we explore the scripture in its sort of raw form and the sciences and all of this. So definitely find us, Didi, Barish, Uncle Ranti. They all have the contact information if you still don't know how to sort of join our group. So, but that's a little bit of taste of that. And just to really emphasize what Kabir mentioned at the end there, right? Because we hear in the Shastras, right? Je chelu bhagwanu je yadave, right? It really sets you off in the next realm of the next birth. But how can we sort of, prepare ourselves the best at that end moment to be connected with Bhagwan? Well, to be connected with Bhagwan throughout our life, right? To honor our seva sadhana satsang, so that way Bhagwan is always present in our heart and in our mind. That way, at the time of death, there's that is the energy that will be present. So what a beautiful sharing by Kabir. And let's now I know we have a few more energies here from Bhakti Sangha, and then we'll open up. So we have
before we go on, I just want to ask if you've got any questions, or just want to make a note, or just want to ask, just make sure you just put it on the chat. It doesn't matter where if you think about something, just put it on the chat, because then we got something to kind of take on and discuss. So don't think that you while you're listening, use your other abilities to be able to put your thoughts on the chat, so we can kind of discuss, because we want to make the most out of today. We want to answer any questions, any doubt that you may have. We want to get those answers, because like I said earlier, no question or no note is stupid. Everything is relevant, because you may be thinking it, and if you don't ask it, other people who are thinking the same will not be able to get their answer. So, because people are scared of writing, and if you want to, please just put whatever you feel on the chat, because it's relevant.
Thank you very much indeed. Yes, of course. Question means you're curious, and any question you ask, definitely other people are thinking that same question. Okay, so as really, let's go to Kay in United Kingdom, another very familiar face here in the RPL community.
Our local girl.
Kay is your number one Bollywood fan. Kay joins all. She'll be, oh, there was this show. Your dad did this. Your dad did this. I'm like, she's our news bulletin of your community. Okay, so amazing. She'll post in our community chats about your events. So, Kay, wow, amazing seva to support RPM, to support Bhakti Lila. And what is on your heart today to share about this topic, about the cycle of birth and death?
Hariyam, thank you for this introduction with Chitty, and thank you for this beautiful gathering. I'm here with my iced lemon tea in the hot UK. And I've been feeling emotional listening to everyone and thinking about what I'm going to share. So thank you for bearing with me. For me, around this topic, a subject that's the most emotional, I guess, on my heart is around my dad, who got diagnosed with cancer around this time last year. And it really felt like the world just kind of turned upside down. There were so much fears, and just things just really didn't matter the same way they did before his diagnosis. I reached out to Chitty for some emergency satsangs, for some extra support during this time. And I was just really in so much fear around his health, around death. It really highlighted my attachment to my parents, to my dad. It really brought out a lot of wounds and pain that I've had around our bond. and I was in a lot of fear for some of that time for sure. And something that really has supported me and continues to support me has been Apakti Lila Sangha, satsangs, the scriptures. When I looked into my notes from last year, we were diving deep into Gita, and every single chapter that we were going through and every single Zoom that we were going through talking about Gita really supported me through this experience with my dad. As his treatment for now has ended, his cancer journey kind of continues, as the Western doctors have called it incurable cancer. So they've given him an X amount of time before the cancer comes back. So I know for me, this is an ongoing journey from going from fear to faith, of practicing my S's, reaching for scriptures and silence, finding peace in journaling, in meditation, finding my purpose in Seva. These tools have really been so supportive for me, and just these reminders about the soul, the divine timing, karma cycles. And the cycle of birth and death and rebirth, knowing that whatever happens, it's not the end, that the soul does live on. And while the person is here in a physical body, to allow myself to be conscious and appreciating that. And to be present for the people in my life that I love, and also just being aware of the attachments, and being able to use these tools that I've mentioned to practice detachment, and to practice more conscious, being more conscious with those people. Yeah, thank you. That's what's been on my heart. Thank you for this safe space.
All I can say is love, 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 love.
Yes, the circle of love is with you, Kay. What a tremendous share. We have a 30-year-old young Devi from UK channeling the scripture Vedant during this year. You've seen Kay in your sanghas, right? You may have never known, could never tell that Kay is carrying this story with her in Apitaji. Cancer thayo ek varas pehla, right? And cure nathi. એટલે આ બધું એનું વધ્યું છે ગીતાનું અને chanting બધું જે કરે છે, right? So people at this age would go into other activities and other choices, and escape, right? And numb, and clubbing and drinking and partying and all these things, right? And these young energies in our sangha, they go through pain and they turn to the Gita. So, wow, okay, this is just beyond inspiring for all of us. And
Yeah. Before today, like Chitti, you just said, every time we've seen you, the one thing which kind of stands out is that absolutely wonderful smile of yours. And it just kind of, you just radiate love, love and love. And we're there with you. We're there every step with you. We felt your emotion. We felt your love. And one thing you mentioned, the word detachment. It's very, very important word. Through not just this period of life, but through the whole of our life, we have to learn to detach and not attach. because it's very, very important that we kind of learn that at the earliest point of life. But like I said, we love you. We're with you.
Hari Om Kay. And yes, we always say to Kay about her smile. She's a bliss permeated saint. You would never know all this is going on inside of her because she gives such anand to the world. She radiates such joy and sweetness. And this is what's possible, right? So many of us are in such fear. We're not able to smile during things like this. So that's what Bhaktila is here to just offer reflection. We're all going through things. We all have, everyone has stories. Everyone has Maya lessons right now. But can we be happy through it? Can we do some seva through it? Can we turn to the Gita and sadhana through it? So that's what we're doing together. I see Katrina here. Katrina Devi from California. We're all around the world, guys. Please share with us, Hari Om Katrina, what's on your heart around the cycle of birth and death?
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much, Kay, for sharing that. I'm in tears as you speak, and I just want to give you the biggest hug and send so much healing to your father. Yeah, it touches my heart in such a way to hear you speak, because I'm on that other side of where you are. I'm a cancer survivor and dealing with the cancer, and that's what I wanted to speak on today. So just before I get there, I wanted to say thank you so much, RPM community, for having us and having just an honor to talk about this sacred topic. I was faced with my own mortality 4.5 years ago, and when I was diagnosed with cervical cancer, and I was in a very dark place, and I reached out to Chitti, and I didn't have faith in my body anymore. I didn't have faith in God. I was in a really bad relationship at the time, and everything, the world just seemed really ugly. And Chitti helped dig me out of such a dark place. And it was her belief in Bhagavan, and her belief in Guruji, and her belief in me, in my healing, that helped me heal internally, spiritually, and emotionally. And physically, you see, cancer is a manifestation of all of the pain that we have lived, and not just in this lifetime, in many lifetimes before. And that's what Chitti helped me see and learn. And as we continued our sessions, I continued to heal, and the fear was stripped away from my soul. And it was because of Chitti's belief in me. I'm sorry. I had my doctor, his name is Dr. Krishna Tiwari. And it was like, what? Like, Dr. Krishna Tiwari is my oncologist, and he's like world renowned, and Chitti, like, I had so much faith in him, and Chitti is here like supporting me, and I just felt like I was just so supported. My tumor was big. It was the biggest tumor. I shouldn't be here today. He even told me, he's like, I should have waited. It's just unbelievable. And so going through this process, what has sustained me is that belief. And having this amount of belief and faith can transcend any illness in the body, can heal any illness in the body, can heal any mental illness, can heal a drug addiction, can heal anything in the body if you just believe. And Chitti taught me that. And so I'm not scared of death, and I wasn't scared of death during my cancer diagnosis. I wasn't. I met my husband And I've built such a strong foundation with my now husband. Chitti came to our wedding. Chitti met Dr. Krishna Tiwari. Like, who can make this up, right? Like, it's insane. But what I'm here to share is just faith and just to share my testimony with you all, because no matter where you're at in your journey, we all will be faced with our own mortality. And it's nothing to be scared about when you're operating from love and detachment and faith. So thank you.
Hari Om. Hari Om. Such a wonderful strength in your kind of sentimental way. You showed so much strength. You show so much strength, and that's just beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. This one here will tell you her story, and it's absolutely what faith can have, what faith can do. It can turn things around. So absolutely beautiful.
Thank you, Katrina, for such a tremendous share. Katrina in her 30s, single mother at the time, right, of two children, and this tumor is this big, growing in her. Like the whole, and when she came, right, it's one thing that when someone comes for satsang, and it's very touching what she shared about me, but what is actually, right, is the one that shows up then is receiving, is then doing all this sadhana, is then going on her own time to learn this, to channel the change, the gitlu bagwenu fear hatu ke shraddha bani gaye. And over time, we saw the scans change. We saw the result, the prognosis change. And then I remember she came and told me, oh, my surgeon's name is Krishna. Well, I said, oh, then Hare Krishna. Well, there you go. That's what I've been saying. You just believe. Okay, the name of your doctor is Krishna. I don't need to do anything anymore. Okay. So that's why she was joking. Dr. Krishna told me, and thank you. He said, thank you to you that you did the spiritual healing. So these are the tales, okay? Yes, the doctors and medicine technology is great, but it's not everything. Vedant nu under healing. Paresh uncle has stories. Ba has stories. So many of us have stories of healing the physical body through the divine love of Karuna, Shanti, Shakti, Bhakti. So thank you, Katrina, for what a powerful testimony of reversing terminal cervical cancer, okay, through the power of her belief that yes, Krishna, literally Krishna, the doctor, and Krishna will heal me. Okay, so wow, that is now our group. I do see Monica here from Portugal. Monica, would you like to share as part of the sangha? It's of course optional. And then Paresh uncle, however you would like to then, we have the Dun Dhyan. Then do you want to go to everyone else? What do you feel is best? And let's see if we hear from.
Yeah, let's see if we can hear from Monica. We've got also.
Mary Jane. Oh,
Yeah.
pardon me. I hadn't seen the video. Okay, Mary Jane is here with us. Of course, Mary Jane, we would love to hear from you. Mary Jane is joining us from Canada. She is very active in our Bhakti Lila Sangha. And so we would love to hear from Mary Jane about what is on her heart to share today about the topic of the cycle of birth and death.
Hadi Om, everyone. It's wonderful to be here with you all. I want to thank everyone who put this beautiful program together. And I want to thank everyone who has shared, because it's all been so moving and so enriching. And testimony is the word you used, Chitty, and it's the word that I was thinking when I'm listening to it all, because it is such a testimony of our faith and our belief, right? So I had some notes prepared, and as all these stories are becoming part of me, and their thoughts and feelings are sort of coming up on this whole topic, this immense topic of birth and death. But my original thought was to share my own beliefs, and the fact that my soul came into this world to the family that was to give me the lessons I needed, that my soul needed. And I was very blessed to be in a spiritual family that taught me about God and love of God and staying connected to God. And that, of course, um, from a very early age as a child, gave me strength for whatever would, befall me in my life, whether it's, Bell's palsy as a teenager, or vision problems, or, so many other things. My beliefs have evolved during my life, and a lot of what I've heard today are things that are principles, I guess, I've learned on my own studying as I'm expanding from the world of my childhood to the universal principles of God, I guess. But I do believe that I do pray, I guess I should say, that when I transition, my soul will be united with God. I do believe that I will see or be with my family members who have transitioned before me, and that they will be there to greet me and to help me transition over when my time comes. I sat with my mother for 2 or 3 weeks before she passed. And I'm not sure why it took so long, what that purification process was for her. But as she was ready to cross over, she reached out her arms and was calling to her sisters. So I know these sisters were there helping her, which also helped in my faith and in my belief. I also believe that, these same souls are with me every day. Souls I don't know, like my maternal great-grandmother when I went on a pilgrimage to my that would be my maternal great-grandparents. When I traveled to Belgium to go to the homeland where my maternal grandparents emigrated from before the First World War to start their life here in Canada, and the sacrifices they made. My husband and I both felt very strong presence of my great-grandmother there, and I was gifted with a beautiful cross, a diamond cross, from relatives that I met there. To me, that was another sign that she's with us. So I think the prayers of our ancestors bless us. And I'm hoping that the prayers that I have for my family will continue to bless them after I'm gone. One other point, I guess, that I hope I'm not talking too much, but when my brother was killed in a car accident at the age of 25, when I was 20 years old, and he was killed by a drunk driver, and he did not drink. So there was quite irony to that. But I feel like the way that I was able to accept and actually be joyful for my mother's death, that she could be free from the confinement of this earth that she found herself on when she was 94, confined by her mind, confined by her body. I was able to celebrate her passing and be grateful for the life she had, but also be grateful that she could be free from the bondage of that was her body. And I think my evolution of my faith has helped me with that when I think back on the tragedy of my brother dying and how I struggled so much with that. I'm very grateful to God and to all my teachers, including Chitty, who have helped me. And yoga teachings too, like Kabir. I'm glad I didn't have to follow Kabir. I will just add that because of the depth of his knowledge. But I love it all. So I guess I'll just check my notes. My soul is eternal. After death, all will be known to us. Jesus, Mother Mary, the angels and saints are with me now, and they'll be with me when I pass over. So thank you again, Hari Om, to all. And this has been a really beautiful experience for me, and I'm very grateful to each and every one of you. Hari Om.
Amen.
Hari Om, Mary Jane. Thank you for such a beautiful testimony. And here we're hearing such powerful stories, intense chapters in the lives of these energies and how faith carried them through it. Mary Jane spoke how when she was young, those early imprints of faith helped her through the rest of her life. Right? This I speak to again and again, right? If we're blessed to grow up in a spiritual home, we don't realize at the time, but then decades later we realize, right? And then we can pass it on. So here, some of us learned when we were younger, some of us didn't, but we gather now and we're sharing together all these amazing stories here. We have a beautiful woman in Canada, grew up with the Catholic Christian faith, and Bhakti Vida me badua vesike che, right? And Jesus no, Mother Mary no under no bo Bhakti che, pan Krishna no Ram no pane no ave jage che. It's just really amazing, Mary Jane. It's such a powerful reflection here in our Sangha. And, just one thing real quick, and then I'm going to turn it over to Parish Uncle to decide how we're going to navigate this, because I figured, Parish Uncle, we could go 4 or 5 hours with this is such an interesting thing. That's why I regularly aprekari supan. A few energies here I've mentioned, ke chitti jode satsang Katrina ke mandagu ke utamne ko ke avirite seva offer karuchu. Paisanu nathi, like there's no fear or anything, but eu tamne lage ke mari jode besu hoi one-on-one mazuma toruku sambru tane toruk Shastra no sumangi suke my own anubhav. So if you are interested in sitting in this type of satsang, to maru contact lele jo deri thi pareshankati rohni auntie. Okay, this is a satsang seva that I offer. All bhakti lila mabadda mari jode bese chavirite varsoti satsang varle tamne tamari jode. If you know someone going through depression, someone going through hardship around health or death, so I'm here to serve and connect with them. Okay, so and now Parishanka, I'll leave it up to you to decide. Should we hear some more voices now? So what do you feel is best?
Yeah, I think we this. I'm going to leave. Bar wants to say she wanted to kind of follow on from what Kabir was going to say, but plus she wants to share her story, and then we'll go to our RPM family. Koine kai kewu hoito hatun chokarjo. Then we'll come to. There's only a few, so we can kind of just ask.
Okay.
We'll try to keep it short, kind of 10 minutes, and then we'll do the Dun and Dhyan. Okay, Ba, do you want to share your in Gujarati, and then we can translate.
કબીરે જે વાત કરી 5 elements આપણે sky, water, fire, wind and earth, અને આપણે બધા એનાથી જ બનેલા છીએ, અને એન્ડમાં આપણે પણ એ જ અર્થમાં જ બધાય રાખ થઈ જવાના છીએ. અને એ પ્રમાણનું આપણું સર્કલ પાછું ચાલે જ રાખવાનું છે. અને ડેથ, અને જ્યારે ભગવાન કહે છે ને કે તમે ગીતામાં કે તમે બધું જ મને સમર્પણ કરી દો. એવરીથિંગ ઇઝ surrender. જે પણ ભગવાનને માનતા હોય એવું નથી કે કૃષ્ણને જ માનવાનું છે કે આને જ માનવાનું છે. ગમે તે ભગવાનને આપણે
Any
માનતા
God
હોઈએ
you are
એને આપણે સરેન્ડર
believe.
થઈને થઈ જવાનું છે. ને મારી સ્ટોરી થોડીક મોટી છે પણ હું એટલી સ્મોલ રીતે હું તમને કહીશ કે આજે અબાઉટ 30 years એગો લગભગ ત્યારે મને પેટમાં એકદમ દુખાવો થતો હતો.
So she had a lot of pain in her stomach.
Pain, lots of pain, lots of pain. And then they diagnose me is on ovary I got cancer. And it's very big size. First day I went hospital, I said doctor, but and there is sorry.
Okay.
Black doctor. I did, and he says, "Oh, Mrs. Mehta, you got cancer." I don't believe him, and he says seriously. I say okay, and then I lie. I say I don't understand English. Can you give me the another appointment? That I bring someone with me. And he gave me the next day's appointment because it's a serious matter. And then I take Rohini with me. And I've been there. And he's another doctor, white doctor. And he explained everything. So it's very, very serious. You got ovary cancer. And it's a very big size of ovaries. And then I suddenly that time I don't know. God help me or I don't know. And then in a few days, 2-3 days, they gave me the specialist appointment who they do my operation. And
Went for op.
one appointment they gave me the prepare mentally if I got cancer and how I prepare myself to what next chemo and whatever they do and how I'm mentally carry on. And I say okay. And suddenly I feel is a now because you know that Nitin uncle, his son and my grandson, he passed away few years ago. And I know he got a brain tumor.
Brain tumor, yeah.
And how he threw, and he's 6 years old, he got brain tumor, and about 2.5 years after he died. And I know all procedures because I'm there with her and my grandson. So then I know it's a big operation and is a very danger as well. So then I says, in my life, I haven't done jatra. Jatra means going to
pilgrimage.
Yeah, and go there and pray. Pilgrim. So then I say, I say, Rohini, look, I don't want to say anything in house. Not my children, no one. Only now you and me know I got cancer. I put very difficult position her. And she is young as well.
A lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure. But look, I say, I haven't done jatra. I wanted to go first jatra. And then what happens, whatever comes to my life, I accept. And after third day, I've been to see my specialist who do that operation. And there is a two doctor there, special doctor there. And they say, yes, Mrs. Mehta, you got 100%, 99% is there says it's a cancer, and is there is a position, which position there is all the tube and my womb and everything is near because it's on ovary. So if we don't know where they look, take your pressure, give us okay, fella. Spread.
Where it's spread.
Which way?
How far it's spread.
How far is the spread? We don't know. We had to take this all if we open, and we know that we had to take it out every. I said, never mind. You give me the list, whatever left in my. I don't know. I'm laughing.
She was in a funny mood.
I
said, but this is the interesting part.
I just say you give me the whatever left in my stomach. But one request. This is what request? I said, when you doing my operation, took as soon as possible, about in a 2 weeks time or 3 weeks time. I say, sorry, I don't want to do early. Then because that time is nearly end of March. And middle of May start our Adhik Mas, you know that our special month to prayer, 1 month. And that's that month coming every 3 years, 1 month extra. And we pray lots of that month. And we believe in that month you do one mala, counting 1,000 times.
1,000 times.
Benefit. And then I say to doctor, look, now I don't want to do operation. I want to go my country to pray. And he both are laughing and angry on me. Mrs. Mehta is a serious matter. It's a not joke. I say yes, it's a serious matter. And I say to my grandson died 2 years, 3 years ago, yeah. And I know what process and this and that, everything. And how I know what about cancer and this and that. But I wanted to go first prayer. And that month is a special month. And I wanted to go my country. Oh my God, so many discussions, so many. And then I say, whatever you do, I don't do now my operation. And then he says, when you going? I says, in the beginning of first week in May. And I come back, third week in June, come back. So 5 weeks I want then. And then you says, and next day you coming in hospital? I say, yes. I'm coming, you say, and I sign you. Next day I'm coming in hospital and admit. Oh my God. And he is very angry and, and after I say only I wanted to go to prayer for myself. And I don't want to say God I wanted to cure my cancer or nothing. Only go to see my God. And prayer and prayer. Then he agreed. And they give me the date when I come back and I go in a hospital as everything is ready. I say, okay. Then we fly here to do all jatra. And my condition is every day lots of pain. I take so many strong painkiller. I can't eat much. My weight is only 45 kilo. Day by day getting less and less my weight. But still, I don't know, mentally I prepare. I wanted to finish my jatra. And when I leave my house, I say to God, I don't want to, I'm not asking you to cure my pain or this and nothing. Only I want to pray and I want to see my eye to your face. This strongly believe. And I went. And I went there for our jatras, big Badri Kedar, Kedarnath, Janmotri, Gangotri. We went everywhere. And we stay in ashram. We don't stay in a hotel or anything. And you know the ashram ashram is every time prayer, prayer and prayer. Student pray. In the morning the Vishnu Sahasra they do. Evening the Shiv Mahimna they play. Even we start eat. First they pray 15mo અધ્યાય ગીતાનો. And then they start eat. So this situation, this Vatavaran, I got all the time because I stay in a ashram. And then I finished the fourth Jatra no Mottu. And then we wanted to see, I say, oh, we wanted to go to Vaishnavi Devi. Where is Hardwar and Rishikesh and this Uttarakhand. And complete other side is Vaishnavi Devi. But still I wanted to go there. And we been there. And we pray everything. And go Golden Temple. Everywhere we step by step go. Even Kashmir we went. Everywhere finished in a 4 month. And then, and every day we pray our book. We go, we three friends, we go together, two friends go together, this prayer. And because this special month, every time we pray, since morning, we start praying our. And we read Bhagavad Gita, everything at night time. And in the end 5 days, we go to Gokul, Mathura and Vrindavan. Because Krishna born there, Krishna's Leela, this and that, everything. And we just pray. And then I come back. And then next day has to be go in hospital. That time, me and Rohini says to my children, Paresh, Bharti and Preeti, so I got this problem. Oh my God. I said, don't say anything to Rohini because it's my wish. And my responsibility and my wish. And then next day I went to admit in hospital. And the next day is my operation. Is afternoon operation. And doctor says it takes time, 3-4 hours. And that time they did operation, everything. And because I don't know how long they take, 3 hours or something. And next day, they came both specialists to visit me in the morning. And they both laughing. I say, why are you laughing now? He says, oh, Mrs. Mehta, your prayer is success. I go, what? Okay, yes, your prayer is success. It's nothing, no cancer at all. Only fluid. You believe? And they're both laughing. Is your prayer is success. I say, see, my God is with me. And I really just, believe him. That Krishna is always with me. And now I'm here, 30 years finished.
86.
Eh?
86. Thank you very much for that wonderful story.
So that's why I said, Kabir say, so that's why Gita says, in the last time, but in the starting in our life, we wanted to say every day we had to be pray. So end time is coming, and our mind, our mouth is coming Bhagwan's name, Krishna's name, or any which God we pray, એનું નામ આપણી પાસે આવશે. અને આપણે હવે એટલું પણ અત્યારના સમય પ્રમાણે આપણે ધ્યાન રાખવું જોઈએ કે ઇફ વી આર વિઝિટિંગ સમવન very sick people, you go there, but don't talk anything, not this conversation. Just go
meditation.
There, pray there, hold his hand or her whole hand and pray. And go with 100%. That name go with her and her or him, and give his or her strength to last minute. And the last moment is going to be success.
Okay. But thank you very, very much for that wonderful story. As someone who says I can't speak English and speaks like that, incredible. Yeah, we go. There's Ramesh Bhai wants to come in. So Ramesh Bhai, over to you. Then we'll go because time is really going on. So we'll try to keep the. Sorry, Ramesh Bhai, come in. But we'll try to keep the conversations short so we can kind of finish on some reasonable time.
Absolutely, yes. I'll keep it very short. Just a few things. Ek to ba, your English is amazing. Okay, no doubt about it. So that's great story. This is a very heavy and deep subject. Switch to Gujarati. RPM na પરિવારને ખાસ કહેવાનું કે તમને આ વિષય બહુ ભારે લાગતો હોય ને ચિંતા થતી હોય કે સમજ નથી પડતી. Right? તો ભલભલા સાધુઓ પણ બધા સ્ટ્રગલ કરે છે. This is not an easy thing to grasp, but we are on the right track here. And I think Mark Twain said that there are two important days in our lives, right? One is the day you were born, and one is the day you find out why you were born. So we don't know why we were born. I mean, we forgot that day, but at least now we know why we were born, and we are trying to find that out. So we guys are on the right track here. Great job here, Chetna and Satsang Bhakti Lila group, and good luck. Let's keep going.
Thank you very much, Ramesh Bhai. Did you want to add any stories or anything?
No, not now. Maybe some other time. Yeah.
Let's. I'm going to go very, very quickly around and ask Nalini Ben, Nila Ben, kai kevu છે?
Na Hari Om to everybody.
Okay. Madhu Mami.
જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ હંસાબેન, તમને ભગવાન ઉપર વિશ્વાસ છે એવો વિશ્વાસ અમને પણ આપજો.
એ તો definitely છે એ વિશ્વાસ છે. Mommy, we're always with you. With તમારા પ્રાર્થના જ કરીએ છીએ તમારા માટે. Like I said, it's very, like I said, there's so many of our family members who are in that situation. So we're always with them. Profila Ben?
જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ. સરસ સબ્જેક્ટ હતો ને બા તમારો એક્સપિરિયન્સ રિયલી તમે ઘણા બ્રેવ છો. તમારી પાસે હિંમત ને ઘણું માર્ગદર્શન મળે છે. થેન્ક યુ વેરી મચ. અને ભગવાન તમને સાજા સારા રાખે ને આમ બસ આપણે હસતા રમતા બધા આપણી જિંદગી પૂરી થાય.
Yogini Ben?
Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you, Badani. Thank you, Chitti, for explanation. And your Bhakti team is on experience. Everybody explain. Thank you so much. And Ba, I love you. અમારે હિંમત આવે છે તમારાથી અને બધાને બસ ભક્તિ માર્ગે લઈ જાવ એ જ આવે આપણે આ પંથે જ જવાનું છે. જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ બા, પ્રણામ કોટી કોટી.
Meenakshi Ben?
જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ સર્વને. જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ. હરિ ઓમ. ચિત્તીબેન સર્વને ભક્તિ માર્ગમાં બધાને હરિ ઓમ. મારી સ્ટોરી હવે હું શું કહું, બહુ લાંબી છે. બાના જેવી દુઃખી છે પણ ભગવાન જેનો છે એને બધા સાચવે. સાચી વાત. બ્રીફલી કહી દઉં તો it's been a 40 years now. My daughter is 40 years and I was expecting her, and my brother-in-law was engaged and got married, about to get married. So we were traveling on a motorway to Birmingham, from Scotland to Birmingham. And at the same time, it wasn't our car, my brother-in-law's car. So we exchanging our car from there to here and giving his car back to there. But what happened in the middle of the motorway, I was heavily pregnant 8 months, and baby was a breech as well. And somehow the tires thread come out, and I was reading a story to my elder daughter, Nina, Red Riding Hood. And I told Ramesh, there's some sound I can hear. Yeah, okay, it's in a hard shoulder, okay? We'll see for the further. There's no one's mistake, no further, no back or no side one. But the car tumbled over 3-4 times. And I was badly hurt. And Ramesh was blew out of the front windscreen miles away, and his glasses were broken, so he couldn't see anything. And me and my daughter, Nina, was stuck in the back, and I hurt on my head really badly. So anyway, the people stopped and called ambulance or whatever. And Ramesh phoned to some help he had. Without the glasses, he couldn't see anything. So he called his brother to Birmingham and my mother-in-law, and so they came on the way because they were worried about. My mother-in-law told me not to come, but I was so excited because brother-in-law was getting married, and I want to choose my sari and all these things. They excited men and things. The things happen. There's no time or nothing anyway. It's happened or it's happened. But my head was split, half split, and it's like a fountain, blood fountain was going. So whoever came to stop, and then the ambulance, and they came and they put me on the grass on the side. And I was in different hospital. My daughter was in different hospital. Ramesh was in different hospital. But his brother know what number glasses he wears. So he got a glasses, at least he can see. But this is my journey. And within 3 weeks after, I gave a birth to my daughter. And I don't know how, I was still, because I lost my memory. For a month, I lost my memory. I was in a coma for 3-4 days. That's what I've been told. But this is, it's mara karma ke mara bapae sikhela Hanuman Chalisa. That time, I don't even know the whole Hanuman Chalisa because my mind wasn't there, actually. But there's a God name, he's enchanting. And then my sasra came. After that, I went to Birmingham, and my sasra told me that પૂર્વ જન્મમાં તે કોઈને એમ કે પાણી પીવડાવ્યું હશે, આજે કામ તને આવ્યું. તો આપણે પાણીના બી કેટલા એમ કે મોઢાની જબાન સારી રાખે અને પાણી પીવડાવે, કોઈ ખાવાનું નથી માંગતા, પણ આપણે પુણ્ય જેટલું કઈ સારું કરેલું એ કામ આવે. that word I never forget, my સસરાનો word. આજ સુધી બી તમે ગમે ચાલતા હોય તો કોઈને પાણીની તરસ લાગે કે ઓફર કરો, કંઈક જોઈતું હોય તો ઓફર કરો, નહીં કે બધું મારું મારું કરીને રાખો. But it's just આપણે કહીએ ને કે આ મોટા લોકો બોલ 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 જ કરે, પણ there is no બોલ બોલ. એ લોકોને ખબર હોય કે એ લોકો કેટલું દિવાળી કાઢી હોય પણ આપણે પણ that was a miracle સાચે. અને આજે મારી છોકરી 40 વર્ષની થઈ ગઈ છે.
Wow.
પણ it's a miracle કહેવું છે. ભગવાનનું નામ પહેલે સવારે ઉઠીને આપણે નાહી ધોઈને ભગવાનની પૂજા કરી લે, પછી આપણું દિનચર્યા સ્ટાર્ટ થાય.
Meenakshi Ben, thank you very much for sharing that. Wow, what an experience to come out of that. Some of you may know or may not know, Meenakshi Ben has got an absolutely wonderful writer's brain, because she comes up with some absolute wonderful poems. Her eyes do not miss anything, and she detects everything and puts it on paper in a beautiful lyrical way. She wrote a poem which was produced, and I asked her, can I have a copy of it so I can turn it into a song? So I've actually done that, and I shared it with her. It's a beautiful song, and it came out so beautiful in her words, in a musical form. So one day we'll share that with you guys as well. Absolutely wonderful human being. She's written so many wonderful words for the RPM family, and she's also been on Gujarat Samachar many times. So thank you, Meenakshi Ben. Let's quickly go around and get some thought from other. Just keep it very. We're really mindful of time because we don't want to go over the top. We've got about 5 minutes. Harish Bhai Jesh Krishna, do you want to tell us how you feel about today?
Spiritual. બાના અનુભવથી એમ થાય કે ભગવાન બધી બાજુ છે, omnipresent as ever. બા તમારી ભક્તિ બધાને ખૂબ જ એનર્જી આપે છે, અને તમારે જે ભક્તિ બધાના દિલમાં બેસે એવી અમે પ્રાર્થના કરીએ છીએ. I have got only one mantra lately. I am healthy. 2 માળા કરો દિવસની, you will feel a lot more better.
Yeah.
I am healthy. 2 માળા. It will work wonders.
Fantastic.
And the other 4 words I've got is, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Just 4 words. This is going out to the universe. આપણે કોઈનું પણ ખરાબ કર્યું હોય તો આપણે માફી માંગી લઈએ છીએ. I am sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. I love you. End of the matter. બીજું કાંઈ નહીં. ભગવાન બધાનું ધ્યાન રાખે છે. I love the spirituality. બા જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ. And I will join Titi Anand as well, if I can. કારણ કે આપણું મગજ શાંત નથી રહેતું. It's a monkey mind. દોડાદોડી કરતું હોય, and just to settle down for 10 minutes, it will be a blessing. જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ બધાને.
Definitely. You will definitely do that when we do the Dunandian. You'll definitely feel that peace, and you'll learn from that. This is recorded, so you can watch this over and over again as many times as you want. Indira Masi, તમને કઈક એક બે શબ્દ બોલવા છે?
હું શોર્ટમાં કહીશ કે આજનો સબ્જેક્ટ એટલો બધો ઇન્સ્પાયરિંગ છે, અને હંસાબાની તો હું જ્યારની મળી છું ને આપણા ઝૂમમાં, ત્યારની એમના માટે ખૂબ જ માન છે. પણ આજે ખૂબ માન વધી ગયું કે કેન્સરને પણ હટાવી દીધું છે ને અમારા ઉપર હંમેશા હાથ મૂકતા રહ્યો છો. મારી પણ સ્ટોરી તો ઘણી એવી થઈ છે. કાર ઓવરટર્ન થઈ હતી, ફાયર બ્રિગેડે કટ કરી અને મને એમ્બ્યુલન્સના સ્ટ્રેચર ઉપર મૂકી હતી. પણ બધાના જીવનમાં થોડું થોડું ચાલતું હોય, ભલે બીજા બોલે, હવે મારું ઘણું લાંબુ હોય આપણે બોલીએ તો. પણ રિયલી ઇન્સ્પાયરિંગ સબ્જેક્ટ આજે. અને હંસાબા પહેલેથી તમારા માટે એટલું બધું માન છે, પણ આજે ખૂબ વધી ગયું છે. અને એમાંય તમે દીકરાથી છાનું રાખ્યું અને રોહિણીને એકલીને જ કીધું એમ કહ્યું, ત્યારે મને એમ થયું કે રમેશભાઈ બાજુમાં બેઠા, પરેશભાઈ બાજુમાં બેઠા જ ઊભા થઈ જવાના લાગે છે હમણાં જ. ના, બહુ સરસ, બહુ સરસ.
Please do not take me wrong, because we will. This is just the first one, so we're getting to know how to time it and things like that. We want to hear from everyone. So the next session we'll do, it will be very, very soon as well. So તમે share કરી શકશો તો we want to hear your stories, because that's where we can learn, and it opens you up, and it helps you to heal, and it's very, very important to get it off your chest, because the next part we are going to talk about, very short, is about, we talked about life. So, and now we're going to go into how we deal with death. We kind of touched on that subject, and then rebirth. So maybe we take death and rebirth at the next session, instead of doing it today. So does that feel okay for you, Chidi? I think that's very, very important, because we want to capture today's feeling, which has been absolutely fantastic. A couple of things I wanted to say. When we talked about births, multiple births, and then getting to moksha, we all know that we've all been kind of told about the 7 births that we have. And then when we go through that circle, each circle, we get to moksha. It's difficult to understand that. What we mean by that. So as I mentioned to Kabira, we talk about building Lego pieces, building towers with Lego pieces. He's smiling at me, so he knows what I'm gonna. He knows what I'm going to be about to say. Each birth is learning. ભગવાન આપણે 7 ચાન્સ આપે છે, 7 મોકા આપે છે to get our life to moksha. કેમ કે મોક્ષા પહોંચવામાં સાવ સિમ્પલ નથી. મોક્ષા પહોંચીને પછી શું કરશે આ આત્મા? But important chair, every birth we get, every chance of life we get, we celebrate it, and we look forward to death. And it's like building Lego bricks. Each brick that we put on, we're learning day by day, brick by brick, to be able to live a life, a proper life of enjoyment, and what the benefits of human life is, because there's so many beautiful benefits, so many beautiful experiences, but we are so caught up in a material world, we forget to experience. So it's very, very important that we take this life to make the most of what we've got left. I'm 62. I don't know how long. My dad died at 58. My fear was, because of my dad's birth, I was scared, absolutely scared stiff of reaching 58. And I didn't know what was past that. Now I'm 62. It's like, have I really got past that? I still question myself. So I keep questioning myself each time. But one thing about it is what we've heard today. It's all about positivity and thinking on the positive mind, having a positive mindset achieves positive results, as we heard from all the stories. And thank you for each and every one of you for sharing your wonderful stories. Very emotional stories, very difficult to share. And your shares were absolutely amazing. So really, really thank you for it. And what it's actually done is energized me to use my energy to help us all heal. I was going to think about doing a meditation on opening up to our spiritual world and connecting, how to help using meditation to connect to our spiritual world. But I think that is kind of seeded this pain that we all are feeling. So my meditation today is going to be all about how to heal yourself today, and to continue healing, like Michelle and Katrina and people and Kate, and then we all talked about, we are all in pain of some sort. We need to heal before we can actually think about taking the next step and reflecting on death. And I'll go back to Chitti now because she's going to take us into Dun. And she's going to summarize for us, aren't you? You're going to summarize for us and then take us into a chant, and from there I'll take over and take you into meditation. And today's meditation will be all about healing. Today we are going to heal ourselves with Dun and Dhyan. So over to Chitti. Oh, sorry, Rekaben put your hand up. So Rekaben, do you want to apologies.
ના વાંધો નહીં. જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ. મેં કહ્યું before you go to ચીટીબેન please. ઓકે, મેં બધું મિસ કર્યું ચીટીબેનનું, પણ હું જ્યારે જોઈન ત્યારે બા એક્ઝેક્ટ ત્યારે બાએ સ્ટાર્ટ કર્યું ને ત્યારે જ હું જોઈન થઈ. સો બા, હું છે ને ઇંગ્લિશમાં બોલીશ કારણ કે મને ખબર તમને બધું સમજાશે. આટલું ફાઇન ઇંગ્લિશ તમારું, એટલે તમે સમજી જ જાશો. સો યુ આર so strong, my God. I don't think I can be like this. તમે એટલા સ્ટ્રોંગ છો, બ્રેવ છો અને આટલી શ્રદ્ધા છે. And I'm so pleased કે તમને your cancer is gone. Basically, હવે just don't think there, I guess, you know. But no, I really admire you. You are absolutely amazing, બા. બધાને જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ. અને રોહિણી બેનને જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ, તમને જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ પરેશભાઈ, ને RPM ને જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ.
Yeah, we will. Jai Shri Krishna, Rekha. I'll add one bit before I go to Chitti. She is 86. She is fragile. For someone, look at us. Look at me compared to her. If she can have faith, why can't I? Why can't I be as positive as she is? Where do I get my positivity from? We get our positivity, we get our nurturing from my parents because they are our gurus, they teach us. So if we've got parents who are always nervous and negative, how do you think we're going to end up? We're going to be ending up negative. So we have to change that. This is all about reset. We are able to reset. So today it's all about learning. The first step is to reset, and then we can be positive. And then you can see the benefits of positivity and faith. The F and P completes all the S's as well. Does that kind of fit into all? I hope that kind of fits in. Chitti, over to you.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Here we have witnessed us, this Sangha creates such a beautiful vibration of inspiration, of Shakti, of Shanti. These stories of miracles, that's what we heard. We heard about what is possible through the medicinal miracles of Bhakti. And, you know, we're going to learn so much from this event. It's definitely important to me that we, you know, just structure a good time, because I know half our Sangha had to leave early because of, you know, job and school. And so we want to make sure that for the Dhun Dhyan, which is a big part of this, you know, program today, that it's presented in a way that everyone can be involved. So thank you so much. We know we've run way past the time that we had mentioned. And now we're gonna share it. I would love to share a dhun. And we heard some stories here. Meenakshi Aunty shared a very powerful story, the miracle of this accident late in her pregnancy, and then her beautiful daughter is the blessing 40 years later. And we felt her sentiments in this. And she mentioned, maybe it was my Hanuman Chalisa, maybe. See, we don't know, when does our seva, when does our sadhana rescue us, right? Our bhakti will attract Bhagwan's grace in these moments. Ba story, right? I mean, we were all moved to Ganga Yamuna in our hearts listening to Ba. Exactly, everyone has praised your English, Ba. You said, I'm going to speak Gujarati, but then you spoke award-winning English. But the depth of this story, Katrina, cancer, heal karyu, ovaries, no, Ba had ovary, Katrina had cervical cancer, Indira Aunty amna bole accident, no, Hari Shankar amna bole. In fact, the affirmations you shared, Hari Shankar, reminded me of BK Shivani's meditations, these beautiful, I am sorry, I love you, I'm healthy. So I look forward connect with you all in Sangha and Satsang. So, you know, I'm also on YouTube, Chant with Chitti, so you can find me there as well. One way or another, just find me if you're looking to connect with me. For now, let us chant, and let us chant the one that performs the miracles, right? Krishna. And we will chant Vithala and Krishna. We'll do Maha Mantra and Vithala. It's all going to be in one chant. Ba bolya ke that she believed ke Krishna mari jode che. Ke her belief was so pure ke badhu dissolve thai gayu sharir ma. Think about that. This is not quantifiable. This is beyond the mind. And that is where bhakti is. Bhakti is far beyond the mind. Bhakti is in the heart and in the abode of Shri Krishna. And I'm just remembering, after my dun, Paresh Shankar will immediately take over because we'd like to maintain the vibration of the dun dhyan. So
Yeah.
after my dun, they'll
Chitty, before you do that, can I just ask everyone to kind of settle themselves? So before you go into doing, I'm just going to get people settled, and then if you can take over and do. So can I ask everyone just to kind of sit nice and comfortably with, if you're sitting on a seat or on the floor, if you can sit on the floor, brilliant. If you can't, that's fine too. Just sit nice and comfortably. Hands on your thighs, fingers relaxed, toes relaxed. So just wiggle your toes, wiggle your ankles, shake your knees, shake your hips, shake your elbows, shake your fingers, your wrists. Just push your shoulders back, chest out, straighten your spine, pull your head upwards as far as you can take it. And just relax it back down. Let all the vertebrae sit on each other nice and comfortably. Make sure you're totally comfortable. You can close your eyes or shut them slightly, not fully. Just keep your chin parallel to the ground. Inhale slowly. As Michelle said about, John said about breathing. Inhale deep into your lungs, into your stomach, as far as you can take it. Feel your stomach popping out. Slowly exhale out, keeping it really slow and rhythmic. Inhale slowly. Feel all the cool air going into your lungs and down into your stomach. And exhale slowly. Just relax in that posture. Over to Chitti.
Thank you, Paresh Shankar. Hari Om Sangha, and with gratitude to my gurus whose grace makes this all possible. Vithala, 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 Hari Om Vithala, 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 Panduranga Vithala, Hari Om Vithala, Panduranga Vithala, Hari Om Vithala, Hari Om Vithala, Panduranga Vithala, Hari Om Vithala, Panduranga Vithala, 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 Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Vitthala, 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 Hari Om Vitthala. 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 Panduranga Vitthala, Hari Om Vitthala. Panduranga Vitthala, Hari Om Vitthala. Hari Om Vitthala, Panduranga 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 Vitthala. Jai Shri Krishna. Hari
To everyone. Thank you, Chitty, for a wonderful tune. Stay in this wonderful, comfortable, seated position that you're in. Your body is totally relaxed. Using the breath to help calm the body down. Slow the heart rate down. Slow the mind down. Keeping that deep, nice and deep, keeping that breath deep into your lungs, into your stomach, and slowly breathing out, taking out all the warm breath out of your body and is replacing it with fresh oxygen into your lungs, feeling that wonderful freshness of each air molecule that you breathe. Slightly closing your eyes, making sure your chest is out, your spine is nice and straight, and you're supported. Keeping your head still, chin parallel to the ground. Keep that breathing going, nice and calm and slow, feeling every breath that you take in and out. You'll start to experience, as your eyes are slightly closed, a hazy feeling in your head. Through your third eye, bring your attention to your third eye, which is in the center of your forehead. Feel the lovely emotion and a tingling feeling in your forehead as you look out into the sphere, floating. See yourself floating in the air in comfort, feeling all the love and vibrations of love and comfort and support, bringing this wonderful atmosphere, this wonderful vibration that we've created. We're pushing that wonderful vibration out to our spiritual world. Slowly, as you look far in the distance through your third eye, you see a light, strong light. Slowly, as a little speck for now, coming towards you. Feel that light coming closer and closer. Start to feel the warmth of that light coming as you get closer and closer. It gets bigger and bigger. Slowly coming towards you. Feel your body radiant with the heat. That is the heat that is going to heal all the pain in your life and in your body and in your soul. Feel that light coming closer and closer. Feel the heat getting warmer and warmer. Feel it close to you now, slightly hovering over your head. We're going to open up the top chakra of which is at the top of our head. We're going to open that up and allow the warm liquid of sun and ray, of heat, to allow that to come into our body and help us heal from internally right through to our soul. Feel your head filling up with this ray of liquid, warm liquid, through your hair, through your head, through your forehead, through to your eyes. Feel it cleansing as it moves down your body, through to your eyes. Feel your eyes getting heavier, your head getting heavier, through to your nose, your cheeks, through to your ears. Feel your ears getting heavier, your cheekbones dropping downwards, through to your nose, your mouth. Feel your lips bulging out. Feel the warmth of the radiant heat in your lips, in your head. Nice and comfortable, not too hot. Just comfortable, burning away all the pain that are lingering in your brain, all those thoughts of negativity burning away only leaving positivity. Feel that warmth of liquid going down your chin, through your neck, feel your arms looking forward to excitement. Feel the rest of your body looking at it, feeling excited to feel this warmth coming through it to your body, down the neck, into your shoulders. Remember to push your chest out and just support your back. Feel your shoulders getting heavier, your back getting heavier, your lungs getting heavier as it fills up with this wonderful nurturing of ray, heated liquid flowing through your body into your arms, down to your elbows, through to your hands, arms, into your wrists, into your fingers. Feel the tingling in your fingers as it captures all your hands and arms and fingers. Feel the heat burning down softly through your spine, through your stomach, through your colon, into your organs in the stomach. Feel all the pain that is holding in your chest, lungs, your throat, all dissolving away, all the pain taken away by this wonderful liquid, healing liquid, through its warmth, burning through all that negativity in your body. The tiredness in your shoulders are lifted. Your body is starting to free itself from all the negativity, all the replacing it with just positivity. Slowly, slowly going into your bottom, down through your thighs. Your knees have started to tingle, excited, waiting for this liquid to come and take out all the stress. Feel all the healing in your hips, your joints in the hips, your legs, all the elbows, all the pain that you had in your joints, all slowly, slowly healing itself. Through your knees, all the pain in the knees, soothing itself, calming all the inflammation in your joints, in your body. Find your body feeling nice and relaxed and comforted by this wonderful flow of radiant liquid down your calves, massaging through your calves, down your shin, down to your ankles, down to your toes, and through kind of capturing all that heaviness down to your toes. Now open the soles of your feet to allow this radiant liquid, healing liquid, to sip through your feet, the bottom of your soles. Slowly, slowly, from the top of your head, you can start to feel alive as the liquid flows out of your body, behind, taking away all the pain, taking away all the stress, taking away all the negativity as the liquid drains from your body, out from the soles of your feet, your head, it started to unblock itself. Feel the wonderful warmth in your body that it's left behind. And now all that dark haze that you had earlier before the healing started, as you close your eyes gently, now you see a clearness, clear, smoky feeling in your head, in your mind. And remember that we are connected now to our spiritual world through our soul, which is cleansed. And we have a clear connection to that spiritual world as we no longer feel constrained by the pain and the negativity in our body. We can simply connect directly to our soul through our heart and out to our spiritual world. Everything starts to become clear. Now just relax, relax, and relax, and just enjoy this wonderful peace and quiet as nature intended. Enjoy this wonderful vibration that you've created. Feel the release of wonderful happiness in your body, joy. And one thing you'll notice is you haven't even got a thought. There's no thoughts, only positive feeling, positive vibration, that's all. Just enjoy this wonderful moment and sit in peace and quiet till we finish our meditation. Just enjoy this wonderful moment and just relax, 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 relax. If you do lose concentration, come back to your deep breathing and you'll come back to this mortal state. Just relax, relax, relax. If some of you were here earlier, you saw Rohini showing us pictures of Kailash. If you can try to visualize that image in your third eye, we will do a quick darshan. Just imagine yourself being there. We are going to transport ourselves to Kailash. Feel the cool mountain air. Seeing the clouds of blue and white against the sky. Look at the tip of Kailash as it comes clearly into your vision. At the top, you can recognize Lord Shiva's Jatwa. On the left, you'll see the Chandan. As you look down, you'll see the 3 lines on his forehead. As you look further down, you'll see his dark, long hair. Looking into his beaming eyes, healing eyes, his nose, the blue facial color, his lips pronounced, his chin sharp, cheekbone sharp, to come down his shoulders, broad, strong. Around his neck you'll see snegna, his arms strong. As you'll go further down to his stomach, his belly button, his seated posture with his legs folded. Take yourself slightly back to a distance where you can see his full darshan in clear light. Just sit there for a few seconds of meditation. Blissful feeling that you have of getting this wonderful darshan of Lord Shiva in Kailash. Feel your body full of excitement, seeing this wonderful vision, getting this wonderful darshan. Your eyes are beaming, your lips are smiling, your body is feeling warm and healed. We thank God for giving us this gift of meditation, where we can be wherever we want in the world by just sitting silently in our front room, sitting in meditation, connecting ourselves with our super soul. So slowly, slowly we'll come back home. So bring your attention back to your forehead. Slowly take your attention down to your toes. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your ankle, your foot. Tighten your calf and relax. Shake your knees out. Shake your thighs out. Shake your waist out. Shake your elbows out. Your shoulders, shake them up and down. Round and round. Shake your wrists. Shake your fingers. Move your head left to right. Round and round in the opposite direction. Push your head back, squeezing all the muscles in the neck. Squeeze, push your head downwards towards your chest. Bring your hands to your heart, middle of your chest. Bow your head down to the lotus feet of your guru or your God. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Raising your head slowly. Open your eyes. Bring your hands to your eyes. And bring your hands down slowly. Rubbing your hands. And just relax. Thank you very, very much to everyone for joining today. What a blissful experience we've had today. And that's all thanks to Chitty and for what she is, an absolute beautiful human being. And we're really, really grateful that I've connected with you and we've connected with you, because this wouldn't have been possible if you weren't kind of so forward in your wonderful way of life, offering yourself to everyone who needs to be healed. And I pray that your wonderful gift is shared with many, many people, and you're able to help and do that work that you are doing to help save so many others who are struggling today through so much pain that life is giving them. And hopefully we can help people reset themselves. I hope some have learnt something from today, whatever they've learnt. I hope that will help them and guide them to next time we meet on our next discussion. I hope you'll all have enjoyed this wonderful experience. And thank you very much, everyone. Chitty.
Hari Om. There's not much buck right now, so I really prefer to maintain this energy that you created here at the end, Parashankal, and your message is just very humbling. Thank you very much for supporting these efforts and for seeing a purpose and for creating this beautiful classroom today where we were all students and we were all teachers. And may we be inspired on this path of bhakti to spread this medicinal miracle that's possible that we're all experiencing. My blessings are with you all, and we'll see you soon at another Chai and Bhak for sure. Hari Om, Jai Shri Krishna Bhav, Hare Shankar, Piyam Bhakti Sangha, Hari Om, Jai Shri Krishna.
Like Chitty has said, it's not time for speech. It's time to carry on. Please carry on as long as you can with this experience, because we can talk every time. So we're going to end here on this wonderful feeling. Let's carry this. I want to carry this feeling on because I'm just feeling so energized. And no more words from me. Hari Om, Jai Shri Krishna to everyone.
Hari Om, Jai Shri